Well, there is something ugly coming. I got a lot nicer view of these storms coming now that that great big old willow tree isn't there anymore. But, yeah, it looks pretty nasty over there, doesn't it? Well, it's here. Glad we decided not to go to the racetrack today. This is wicked. There's branches coming out of the tree across the road. This is a nasty storm. And the power's out, incidentally. It moved the dog's kennel about, I don't know, 6 feet. That's a pretty healthy wind. Lock this door. Wow, I could see this thing coming on the radar all day, and I knew it was going to be bad. This is bad. There goes the blue box. Well, I'm not going to go chase it. That thing, once that thing gets out into the gravel, it won't move anymore. There's a bunch of packing just came from somewhere. It was going along the road here. The wind is letting up a little bit, but look at all the junk out in the road. That's from a willow tree across the road. Like that willow tree that was in our ditch. They're very brittle, and when the wind blows, they come apart. Well, we've got one limb out of our little maple tree there. So far, that seems to be the only real damage around here. Wow, that was pretty wild. Well, it's still going. Still pretty windy. Not like it was. But it's still pretty windy. I've texted a few people I know to kind of give them a heads up. People that live east of me, to let them know that this thing is heading their way, because it seems to be picking up steam as it goes across. So all my friends at the racetrack in Peterborough, I sent a warning over there. We ventured outside a little bit here. There seems to be a ton of traffic around, and that usually means that one of the other roads around here has got a tree across it or a big wreck or something. I'm just going to have a look up here and see what we can see. Up the 4th concession. You can see all the branches and crap all down on the road. No, everybody seems to be making it up there, so that looks all right. You can see the limb that came out of our maple tree here. The roof of the house looks okay. Yeah, that's good. The door of the old drive shed here is kind of ajar, but we'll have a look and see what's up with that. This old building's been through worse storms than this. There we go. It had just gotten kind of blown half open, so that's good. I hope Victor the Vulture was safe up in there when this hit. Everything looks okay over there. Look, it's brightening up a bit anyway. All kinds of leaves came out of these maple trees, lots of little twigs. There's one branch hanging down from it, but I think this tree is mostly okay. No, there's a big limb busted off up in there. I'll have to try and grab it. You can see there where it broke off. I'll have to try and grab it with the tractor and pull it out. This little one here, it's just gotten kind of bent down. That's all right. I thought that was broken when I looked at it from the house, but it's not. But it definitely took a licking. But it's still standing. The barn here and the little shed seem okay. This was one hell of a storm, man. All I can hear is generators running. Everybody's got a generator now. You guys. Oh, we're all out in the front porch now. I can hear chainsaws in the distance. Generators. It's hard to see, but over in that field, the white thing is, it looks like my neighbor's patio set out in the middle of the field across the road. It was pretty wild, but it seems to be pretty quiet now. And apparently the next round is coming in, 3 or 4 hours from now. We're going to get nailed again. Can't wait. I'm going to have to decide soon whether or not to put the generator on. Well, this thing has been serving us well today. We're listening to the news while the power's out. And man, there's from a very, very, very large area, there's a lot of problems. Trees down. One lady has actually been killed. She got hit by a tree. And there's been talk of some possible tornado touchdowns east of here. We'll have to wait and see what that comes to. A lot of times when people think it's a tornado, it turns out to be, what do they call it? A microburst or a downburst? At any rate, it's straight line wind as opposed to rotating wind in a tornado. They still say round 2 is coming later tonight, and while we wait for it to come and while we wait for the power to come back on, at least I got the grass cut. I was trying to do that yesterday when the guys came to cut down that tree. But anyway, it's done today. These two are waiting for the power to come back on too, so they can fight in the house instead of out on the porch. Oh dear. There's something else. Maybe one of them got hit by lightning or something, like in the head. Well, our power is still out. It's almost 7 o'clock now, so we thought, well, we'll hop in the car and go for a bite to eat over in the next town. We drove over that way, over to Stouffville. Total wipeout over there. There's no power on at all. And so we said, well, we'll loop around and drive up to Uxbridge, which is that way, and see if there's anything. Well, while we were out driving, they came on the radio and they had the mayor of Uxbridge on. He's declared a state of emergency, and he says, don't expect your power to come back anytime soon. And I don't think that means hours. I think it means days, because what we saw while we were driving around, this road up there, it's completely blocked. There's trees down everywhere, all the wires, all the poles, everything's smashed. Down that way on our road, the road's open, but there's trees down, pulled the wires down. So we're... you can hear it running. We got our generator going now, and we're just going to tough it out as best we can. It was a pretty wild day. I just finally, now that I got the generator on and the computer's booting up, I hope my ISP is live so I can get on the internet and see what's going around, make sure all my friends are safe. Well, here we are. We woke up. It's May 22nd, the day after the big storm. The power's still out. I just started up my generator to get us a little bit of juice around here. And we're going to... I'm waiting for the computer to boot up so I can see what we're up against, if there's been any progress made or what. I looked at some pictures last night on Facebook, and we got it bad enough around here, but up in town, the actual town of Uxbridge, it is absolutely devastated. They think a tornado might have gone through there. We're not sure right now, but it's a mess. Like, we're talking like cars thrown around, buildings destroyed. I'll have to do a little research this morning and see what we can find out. There's some pictures of some of the damage. You can see here, there's cars upside down. The top of that building is gone. The top of that one's torn off. Trees down, debris everywhere. It's a real mess up there. Oh, here we are in the old Ram 1500. What a day to have to go on a road trip, but I have to go on a road trip. We bought some stuff at an auction and down in Orono, and I just absolutely have to go get it because I've had too many bad experiences with not getting there in time, and when you get there, your stuff is all gone. Yeah, it happens. That's the world we live in. Well, we made it down and got our auction stuff without too much major damage, except here at the gas station, super genius here in the Ford Escape. You can drive in one end and out the other end. He decided he needed to back out onto the 115 and backed into this guy's house trailer. I mean, you can't fix stupid, not even with a big stick. People, the gene pool needs more chlorine, I think. Anyway, homebound. Here's some real damage here for about half a kilometer. All the hydro poles are down and broken and smashed. This will be a bit fixing this. This is on the Darlington, I guess the Darlington-Clarington town line. Darlington something town line runs north and south. This is just south of my place. You can see this big tree tipped over onto the wires. The wires are all pulled down over there. What a mess. I just came past the CP rail line, and there must be, east of Claremont, there must be trees down over the tracks because it was all hands on deck there. You want to see some guys that got some really cool pieces of equipment? Hang out around a rail line. They've got stuff I didn't even know the world has invented yet. Here's a bunch more wires down on the 4th concession just south of my place. Is just over the next couple of hills there. Wow, what a mess this thing has caused. Well, a couple of encouraging signs. We just had a hydro bucket truck go that way, and a guy in a pickup truck with flashing lights just went that way. So I don't think they're going to be fixing anything, but they're probably just driving around getting an idea of what all is broken and smashed that they need to fix. We're just going to have to wait and see. It's pretty bad. There's the wires. I can't believe how many wires are down. Wow, look at that van that got squashed by a tree. Well, after just over 24 hours, I guess, 24, well, a little more than that, and 8, so that's 32 hours. I can do math. After about 32 hours, our power is back on. Kudos to the guys from Hydro One for working hard and getting that done. My neighbors down south of us there, it's still a disaster. Theirs is still out, but I got my fingers crossed that they'll get theirs back on soon enough. And that's about it for this one, I guess. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of the freak storm of May 21st, 2022. And my heart goes out to all those affected. So far, 7 people have been confirmed killed by this. Oh, Deb's mouthing 8 at me. It's up to 8 now. 8 people confirmed dead in Ontario and Quebec from this storm. That's a terrible tragedy. Anyway, let's keep everybody affected in our thoughts. People are out of their homes. Their cars have been wrecked. It's just a disaster. And let's hope we get everything all fixed up and get this behind us as soon as we can. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. So long for now.